What's happening with the Hoodlum gang? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big O-N. But you already knew that. And if you did know that, you gonna know that. But check it out. If you want to become a member of the Hoodlum gang, all you gotta do is not be stingy with that like button or that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that notification bell, and go on over to IG and follow me at Hoodie from the Hood. We're going to get right into it. The topic at hand, Young and Jefe and King Pill. It seems to be a little bit of friction growing between the two. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. Y'all know I be late on things. I see things and, I get to them when I get to them. But they was on No Jumper. And the topic came up of King Pill's song Slide First. Now, this is a song that I would say is viral. You know what I mean? Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. Depends on what you consider viral. I've seen it a few places. It's a catchy song, and regardless of the tactics and the individual that I think he is, I'll put that to the side. I like the song. But in that song, the lyrics, he uses a derogatory word for gangs that align themselves with the gangsters. So, I guess at some point, he changed those lyrics. And he explained on the podcast so he could reach a broader audience. So whatever they was talking about, they might have still been talking about the homie, in the 4th of July incident, because they drag content. They ain't really got too much going on. They gotta just keep on recycling content. They ended up having a moment in the midst of all of that. So as they talking about that, Young Ant sitting there quiet. And then he like, hey, look, we not finna drag this on and keep talking about this. I'm not going for no disrespect. He already let it be known off top, that's not happening. I'm not giving nobody room for it to be a clip of you saying nothing or you thinking you could sneak some slick disrespect in there, because we know that they'll do that. 607 Unk just did it to Munchie B. Adam do it all the time to everybody, and then act like, oh no, I'm just saying, I'm not disrespected, but he's saying it, you know what I mean? So Young Ant, like the real one that I presume him to be, shut that down. Hey, we ain't finna keep harping on this conversation. I'm not going for no disrespect. You could tell he wasn't in the mood. So King Pill like, who disrespected you? You know what I mean? And he like, I'm just saying I'm not going for that. He like, but who said whatever. And basically Young Ant like, I'm talking to him first of all because he brought it up. Second of all, you already said you wasn't dissing, even though that word is used to diss everything under the 3 or the G. And sometimes you have hoods where the diss could be a diss for another hood too. So they enemies might refer to them as this, but you could get caught in the midst because that's how you diss your hood too. So that's basically what he was saying. Like, okay, you dissing them, but that's a diss to where I come from too. So that's basically what it was. Now, that wasn't really the crazy part, that they had that little kind of awkward moment, we'll call it. The thing is, all the comments, because I guess they was live when it happened, No Jumper is live. All the comments is making King Pill feel some type of way because they saying you got marked out and all this. And I'm going to be completely honest. Like I said, I'm not too fond of King Pill. or his tactics. You can't call that a mark out. He said what he said. He said what he said. Now, Young Ant did add in there what we own. And I didn't see that the first time. I watched Young Ant's second video last night where he addressed it again. We'll get into that in a second. But I didn't see that initially because it got sent to me by a few people. And I just seen the whole, we saying the same thing. And then the way Young Ant was staring at him like, and then King Pill just like, for sure, and like look straight or look down or whatever he did. He didn't look back over there, homie. I see what y'all saying. I see what y'all saying. He probably felt that energy, homie. If looks could unalive, man, that look Young Ant gave him after he said, we saying the same thing. Oh yeah, he was ready to go there. For sure. But so all that, they get through the live, whatever, it's nothing else. Everybody saying that King Pill kind of shut down after that and was kind of quiet, you know what I mean? And once again, that don't necessarily mean somebody got marked out or whatever. He could just be like getting mentally prepared. Like it might go there, you know what I mean? I don't even want to do this no more. But you can't get up and walk away either, because then that's gonna look a type of way. So now you gotta just sit there like, I don't even want to do this because my mindset is on something else. But basically, the podcast is over. King Pill actually get into a side load altercation with Adam over some money that he was supposed to be given for the show, because he feel like, you know, I'm broke right now. I came and did the show. Adam told him he'd give him $200 for the show, and then Adam was like, oh man, hit the group chat and they'll get it to you by tonight. That may be how things work, but if you know that this man ain't got it, he told you that, and he looking forward to getting paid now. Adam acting like he didn't have $200. You know what I mean? Like I said, that might just be the way things work over there, but at the same time, you could have got that man that $200, man. But that's a whole nother thing. So the comments, you know, they've been getting on King Pill, and they didn't pumped him up to feel like he gotta stand his ground. So he made a video, and I seen this video last night. My bad. I seen this video last night, and he was like, y'all saying I got marked out. How I get marked out when I use the derogatory term to disrespect his hood, and if anything, he should have felt some type of, whatever he said. Y'all seen it, or maybe y'all haven't, but go look at it. It's probably still up. No, it is still up on the internet. I don't know about his actual IG or wherever he posted it. But see, that's the thing right there. When y'all have a conversation and you out of your own mouth said, I wasn't disrespecting you, or who's disrespecting you, or you basically saying you wasn't disrespecting them, and then you let them people pump you up to say, well, I was disrespecting him and he was supposed to, like, bro, you can't do that. You can't do that, because we all know you wasn't disrespecting him. The people who understand why you use that word and who you used it towards, even though it could mean all of that, but that's not what type of time you was on. You know what I mean? And you said that on the live, on the internet. So then he turned around and make that video and basically make it seem like, well, I didn't get marked out. If anything, he got marked out because I said the derogatory term, which if you were standing on that type of time, you would have said right then and there, like, homie, I said what I said. If you offended, then it is what it is. It's F all whoop-de-whoops, you know what I mean? But you didn't do that, so you can't double back and try to do that. Like I said, I don't believe that King Pill got marked out. But that right there, that making it seem like, oh, well, and that's not what you was on, that make you look weird. So Young Ant responded last night and was basically like, yo, we had this conversation. We already knew what it was. We were saying the same thing. You said you wasn't dissing. You then got pumped up to get on the internet and say what you saying now, and you know that's not what it is. Now, this was an innocent little altercation, but the reason why I feel like it's getting out of control, for one, what I just said, King Pill got on the internet and said, basically, like, I was dissing, and he was supposed to do something. So now you forcing somebody's hand, you putting their back against the wall, you making somebody who he probably didn't even take it like that, but now he could take it like that. Case in point, he makes a response video where he's saying that he would have whooped you. That's what Young Ant said. He said if he would have said this, then I would have got off and I would have whooped him. Not only that, your gangster and your history of gangbanging is coming into question, and he's questioning the validity of your viral hit song. It's called Slide First. He said, man, you did all this time in the pen, which this is something that I was already thinking. You know what I mean? I was already thinking this in my head. I'm like, he did how long? Which I still don't know how long he did, but he did some years. You was just banging Paru. They made you bang that while you was in there. You had to choose something. You got put on in there. Cool. They accept you. That's whatever. You get out. You ain't did no sliding. So to have a song saying you want to bang the gang or whatever, you got to slide first, and we can probably all bet our last dollar that he ain't did no sliding. So now Young Ant starts questioning the validity of your lyrics, and it brings your question and your gangster and your Pyroon or whatever into character. It's just the reality of the situation. He like, who did he slide on? This is why you should have just let that go. You could have addressed it, but not in the way, not to try to make it seem like, yeah, I was dissing after. Not only did you say you wasn't dissing, but everybody know you wasn't dissing the 8 trays. Everybody know you used that word for the Trey 5.7s. But it's just, it's that type of behavior that just make people just look at King Pill, along with the wild stuff that he say, along with the camouflage every day, with the red rag around your neck, sweating, no shoes on. Like, it's just, it's becoming a point to where that image, that character is gonna fizzle out fast, homie. And like I said, I mean, people starting to see through it already. And once again, and I don't care what none of you trolls say, none of you people who ain't gonna bust a grape, but you just want to see something. I understand why the homie ignored that fool. Well, he said what he said, but for the most part, dude, you ain't even on my level. I wouldn't even acknowledge him in the first place. I wouldn't have never said his name if I was the homie. But it's because of stuff like this. And then I just seen a video he talking about, and this was today on Instagram, just 20 minutes ago. He in front of a liquor store, and he talking about, oh, people saying I'm not from the hood, pull up, whatever. He talking to somebody. But it's like, bro, who hang in front of liquor stores in 2025? Like, and then it's like these dudes look young that you with. They look like they 18, 19, maybe 20, like, and this dude is my age in his mid-30s. Like, it just, when you really come from this shit, you recognize the goofy activities. All the people who may be out of state or even in the state but just ain't off the porch, that might be impressive to y'all. But to everybody else, it's like, bro, I don't know what type of time you on, but you ain't getting no stripes for none of that. Anyways, that's my video, man. That was just my opinion. This situation could get out of hand based on these last 2 videos these two made about each other. And I don't know if somebody gonna get on the phone and get these two to holler. I don't know if it's that serious. I don't know if they willing to. Adam seemed like he done messing with King Pill, because King Pill was pressing and, you know, acting aggressive with him. And the 22ster, keep that blick on him, whatever he said, whatever goofy ass shit he said. You might need to slap the shit out of Adam, like, for real, bro. Like, you playing with fire too much. Like, nigga, it really hurt you, bro. You ain't never even been in those situations. Who cares if you got the blick on you, nigga? You not finna up it. You's a bitch. But anyways, I was finna go left. But that's my video for today, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood. I'm out.